Post it in chat. So this is a hard problem. 920. Number of music playlists. Musical playlists? Music playlists. Your music player contains N different songs and she wants to listen to L, not necessarily different, songs during your trip. You create a playlist so that every song is played at least once. A song can only be played again if K other songs have been played. Return the number of possible playlists. As the answer can be very large, return it mod 10 to the 9 plus 7. Okay. What is the constraints? Everything's less than 100. Okay, every song is played at least once. That's fine. Song can be played again if K other songs have been played. So, okay. So for N equals 3 and then that's just 3 factorial, that's why it's 6. You have 2. We have 2 songs, but every okay. I mean, it's a combinatorics problem, and it's probably some sort of dynamic program, but I have to think about it. Everything's 100, so what are the subproblems? Okay. The subproblems is I think I get parts of it, but I have to figure out how to make sure we play all songs, which maybe it's not as hard as songs, but I mean, the sub questions are okay. Maybe. I think I have some vague ideas in my head. I just have to figure out how to articulate in a precise way. And I think I mean, the thing that I always do with dynamic programming is just kind of write out the recurrence. So you have f of n, l, and k, and this may not be exhaustive, but for example, that means you still have n songs where L minus 1 because you played the first song in the first one, and or L minus K actually. Well, I guess K is just still K. Plus N minus 1, and then you start from maybe even 0. No. Well, minus 1, so L minus 1 because one song was played, and then K. And then you kind of is that it? What are the other ways? Because you have to play every song, so this it can only count down by -1, and then this is -1 because or L minus 1 because, well, wait, is it L minus 1 or just L? Maybe could go either way. I was originally thinking L minus 1 because you play this current song and you play the current number song and then it was done with it, right? So to put this in more kind of visual, I mean, I think I'm not explaining this well, but let's say you have 3 songs, well, let's do 2 songs of 3 length, and K is equal to 0. So maybe this is like K minus or something like that, but plus 1, yeah. what this represents to me is so you're still playing. So yeah, so this means you have song. Let's say you have two songs. You have song A and song B, and you have a length 3. None of it is filled yet. And what this represents to me is equal to the first slot. Yeah, the first song is A, and you have 2 more slots free, and then you recurse on that, plus 1 minus 1k, though this may be wrong, so like I have to, obviously, so like I'm just trying to redo it. So but what this means to me is okay, we put so this is A, where we can still put in additional A's at the bottom with length 2. Here, because you're forced to put at least one A, but now you're done with A, so you put A anywhere, but then there may be an overlap. So maybe we have to do some like to make sure we don't double count. But you could put, so this actually may be just L times, because that plus the subproblem of now this represents to me f of this plus f of because there's L ways to put it, and then but you're done with A forever in this case, right? In this case, you just f of A, you just put in the front, skipping k letters, and I guess in both cases, you're putting A in front. So how do? So you would have to subtract something. Okay, so in this case, in theory, subtract the overlap. What is the overlap in this case? So how do you describe an A? I guess it's just everything with an A in the beginning, but that's just f of 2. So maybe these just cancels out. Am I convinced that that works? No, are they the same? Well, no. So they definitely do not cancel out, because this is f of a sub 1, where the second parameter, if you will, is done with A, and this is can still have A, right? Okay, so and the overlap in this case, in these two, so what we have to put is this minus this, or like, what is the set difference between these two sets? Well, set difference is just 2 characters where none of them are, or where neither, where with no A, right? Because if there's no A, then so actually, now that I think about it, as a result, this is strictly a subset of this, where the set difference is just this. So actually, in that case, then it's just this minus, or if you want to simplify that, maybe something like that. Is that the answer? And the base case, of course, is if we put in all the songs, so if n is equal to 0 and l is equal to 0, then we're good. And then that returns one possibility, and then we just kind of build that dynamic programming from that. Also, one thing you can do about memory is noting that you only go -1. So, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm just going to okay. I'm going to try to code this up then. And in this case, put that first. In this case, it should be roughly should be n squared, right? There's no loops or anything. So, and we visit each cell like once or something. But given the n is 100, it should be okay. Maybe n cubed. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, didn't actually define this. I guess -1 is fine because can't have a negative possibility though. Yeah. Though we're doing mod stuff, but okay. Was it 10 to the 9th? So that's also a little weird, but in that we actually should use long as intermediates just in case we overflow by accident. But and k is always a constant. Okay, so and I'm gonna get this wrong just because I have the number of something. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is trivial to type, but I'm just trying to make sure I consider overflows and stuff like that, because this is kind of actually a little bit weird. Because I wrote it a little weird because I expected maybe a little bit more complication, but maybe not. Maybe. Okay. Well, let's run it real quick, just for the base cases. Oh, I forgot to actually put in the base cases. So we ran out of sum and also length. Then return 1. Otherwise, if either of them is 0, then that's not a valid playlist. Oh man, where did I mess up? Oh, I guess this L minus K minus 1 could be negative. Okay. Is that a 0 in this case? Because in this case, it always said, okay, maybe not actually then. Wait, what does this actually mean again? Well, actually, what we want when L is equal to 0, I think maybe I'm fudged up a little bit. Because in this case, say we skip X letters, but we still need to count those. Okay, so there's a multiplicative something here. So it's something like, so there's this component, but this actually multiplied by how to fill out the k that's inside. So that'll be n minus 1. Is it just k? Yeah, I guess so. K and, well, k. Something like that, actually. But basically, that's just the number of sequence. So in this case, it'll be equal to f. Starting from b. Which enumerate the stuff that's in the middle for skipping. I don't know, well, in this case, actually, it's just empty, so it should be equal to 1. But if if k is like 2 and we skip 2 letters, then that's what we would do. Okay. Kind of hand waving a little bit, so sorry about that. So that means, like that. Okay. Well, at least it's not returning, or it's not crashing anymore. Cool. What happens when this song's not? No. Yeah, I tapped them in a different order. Wait. Is this right? No, if length is okay, I mean this would be okay, but maybe not that. Because if you still have song you're forced to play, then this. Well, still wrong, but maybe slightly less wrong. Right. Well, this is just zeros all the way. That's a little tricky. Why is that? Can we not get to 0? I mean, this part should not be 0. Even for the first one. I mean, this is just 3 factorial, so like this pi should be 0 most of the time, and this degenerates to summing this up. Okay. It's K. K is 1. Why is 1, 1, 0? So this returns 1. Oh, and L is there's but don't know how I feel about it. Well, we'll see if it's right first. Nope. Okay, so at least that's undercounting, not overcounting. Okay. So this should be 0, which is true. This is 1, which is also fine. 2, 2 is 2. Yeah, okay, that's true. It's 1, 2, and 2, 1. Yeah, that's also true. 2, 3 is... Okay, so we got 2 of the components are correct, but we're not, either there's a multiplication or something missing. So 2, 3, what does that mean? That means first, okay. That means we put the first song and then what does 2, 3 go to? Yeah. Oh, this will just always be 1, because K is 0. This is just 1 times 2, 2. So 2 plus 1 is 2. Man, don't tell me this, I'm multiplying it. That would be great. Did I just get this one? Nope. Okay. Happy that my intuition is still right. But okay, because 2, 3, so now it's 1 letter with 2 left. This is 1, but L should be 2, right? 2, 3, this is 1, 2, so this should be 2. And 2, 2. Sure, at least give me 4, even though I know that's still wrong, but okay. Step back for a second and think about this. The recurrences are hard. Okay, so what does this mean? Given 2, 3, we go to so we choose the first letter as 1 because we have to. Well, that's the point of this. And there's 3 of them, which this gives us a 3. Okay, so it's 3 times. Well, 1, 2, and 1, 2 is, oh man, I thought I had it. It's 1 because you just have 1 letter left, so it's just gonna be both 2s. So yeah, so this represents 1, 2. No, I guess that. Oh yeah, 2, 1, 2, and then 2, 2, 1. Maybe I have some crazy operation thing. Seems okay. And the mod stuff is confusing, but okay. In theory, that part is okay. Oops. But that you also do it after this part. 3, 2, 3, so that's 1, 3. So you have 1 letter with 3 letters. 1 remaining song with well, no songs in between. So that's just equal to 1 times with 2, 3. Is 2, 2, right? Yeah. Which is equal to I mean, what does is equal to 2 according to this? But what does it mean actually? So 2 means there are 2 letters with 2 left, so that could be. Is that even true? Because this means putting the 1 over 1 in the front with 2 letters left with 1, 2, so that'll be. What's 2, 2? 2 numbers with 2 letters, so it's just okay. They cannot be the same, so just like 1, 2. And it should only be 2, which actually I think that wins out. So I'm still missing something, even if my form is right. I also don't know why it's giving me 3 instead of 5, but maybe there's some order of operation thing. But or maybe because this this is so what does this mean when this is 0? Oh, there's nothing in space. Okay. I think maybe there's 2 definitions here, and I'm trying to put them into one thing. There's no length, but there's letters left. Maybe that's the fun hard part. In between. I don't think this is the right function. That's probably why. Even though I had gotten it right, I don't think it's still wrong. But so this is actually should be just. Is it constrained at all? No. I guess this is the unbound version of it, so that you're not forced to have n is 0, because n could be, yeah, because you're forcing the bound version to the rest of it. Maybe. It's a really awkward way I'm putting it. Something that could be anything. We're not forced to. I mean, for k is 0. Okay, let's put this as 1 for now. But well, now it's got a little gray. Okay, fine, maybe not. Because what I'm thinking is that in theory you want this function to be unbounded, and in that case, like you can put any song and anything in between. I wonder there's maybe that's okay. But then you have, well, what that means is that it's n to the or n minus 1 to the k, which is fine, I guess. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, too lazy to rename it. Guess you don't need k in that case. Let's just return n to the k, right? Okay, it's 100. Okay, I'm just going to do a lazy just because of the mod stuff. Okay, so at least it's 5, which is correctly incorrect. So I'm missing the case where, what is the case I'm missing? Well, one of the twos, but 2, 1, 2? No, 2, 1, 2 is here. 2, 1. Two, 1, 1. So I'm not modeling 2, 1, 1 correctly. Oh, because I always assume that we play the first song in the beginning. That's okay. Is it okay? Yeah. Man, there's a lot of double counting. That's what I worry about. But how do we get? I always put everything in order. Just put it another way. Is there an easy way to solve this? Maybe there is an easier way to solve this, and I'm just doing it a dumb way. In that, I think, yeah. I think another way I can think about solving this, because I think the way I've been doing is a little messy now, is that we could pre-calculate a table in which, well, let's say we have a length L, then we could do an L length playlist. Then we can pre-calculate we could calculate the number of ways we can choose. Basically, L choose 1, L choose 2, L choose I, in such that each of the numbers are k apart or something. Yeah, each. And then after that, we could run another dynamic programming problem. I think in which you just kind of for each of the n, that's just you just kind of decrement it along the way. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do it that way. And both of these are 2 dynamic programming problems. So, okay. So choose. Well, I guess I could just do another one. I'll just erase this. I could rewrite it later after I've formulated. Oops. Maybe I'll put in a notepad just in case I need to copy paste it later. Actually, okay. How do we do it? Okay. So for this problem, for now, I'm trying to figure out this one, this subproblem, where the number of ways. So we want to pre-calculate the table that the number of ways that you can choose I songs. Choose I songs where they're k away from each other. Okay. I guess actually technically I don't need to, but okay. I guess I'll just go back to before and then figure it out as I go. Okay. I guess I shouldn't have deleted it. Oh. Okay. So basically, how do I solve this? Let's say we have this magic function that lets us use or put let us use I of I songs on the list. So okay, so actually maybe this is and a lot of these may just be 0 because of the nature of how it goes. Plus calculate 2 now. Naming is hard. Okay, let's just do calculate 2 for now. Where okay, so now we're using, well, we need this to be at least 1 because we need to have this song somewhere. So okay, so we're done with this number, and then we do our minus I, and we still keep k, and we times this by a second function that let us know the number of possibilities of L songs and I. Okay, I think that's right. I think there's some stuff around modding because numbers can get big. So I hate that it gets rid of stuff. But okay. So yeah, I know. Could be one statement, but okay. This should already be modded, but I'll just mod it again just for fun. I would also have to cast this to long, otherwise you may get overflow. Okay, so I didn't put in the base case yet, but I can think about it in a bit. Okay. Oh, I guess this actually needs to know K, even though it doesn't use it. Basically, okay. So how do you calculate this? It's just given the beginning, you either oh, also this is not TP. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So I is equal to K. This may be wrong actually, but no, Should be okay, but maybe not. Where's the X again? Oh. Is this right? Yeah, because then you bring the next digit and then reverse. Okay, I buy this. And then the base case, if length is equal to 0, and return 1. Otherwise, well, this cannot go negative because I is only L, but okay. Okay. And now here, what's the base case here? Well, yeah, if what is N and L again? Oh, okay, with N is equal to 0, and this number of songs, then we go to 1. If otherwise, I guess can it be negative? No, not this one anyway. Minus I, L, yeah, okay. Also cannot be negative, so. Well, that's a little disheartening. But, well, that's because I didn't. Oh, I have to mod stuff. So I have to cast. Still should return something, but okay. Well, wrote a lot of code, but didn't do anything. But okay. Let's about this code first. So let's take a look. Oh, these are actually long longs, but I wonder if that matters. Well, it matters here at least. Oh, baby. That doesn't seem right. What? Where does this number come from? Oh man, I'm using different weird notations. Been doing C# lately. Okay. So, what are these letters in? Okay. Given that there's 2 length and 1, probably okay. Yeah. Why is this? Okay, so 1, 2 is 1. Why is that the case? These are just returning 0, I guess. I'm doing the second one. Okay. Two is 2, is that right? That means there's one number left. There's 2. That doesn't seem right. That should be 1, because there's only one case that's the case. Right. Let's try that. Let's debug this one first then. Yeah, it should be 1. Well, so now it's returning 0, so I don't even know. But so 1, 2, 0. One of these should be 1. So when I is 2, calculate 2, 2. What is this for 2, 2? 2, 2 and k is 0? Okay. That needs to be slightly more right. Because we didn't count the one that we moved, but okay, so we don't get here at all. That's odd. Do we cache something silly? Oh my god. So why is 2, 1 over? Oh, dumbass. I think I just got lazy, but oh well. And that's also why we got different answers for different subproblems for the same problem. But okay. Should be -1. Okay, so at least now it gives me the right answer for that one. Now we could try for 2, 3. Too many silly mistakes, but okay. Welp. Okay. So if you have one, that's 1, 1. No, that's fair. What's we have one letter and one. Oh, that's also correct. How did I only get 3? This function is not pulling its weight. Probably how? No. No, yeah, maybe. No. It doesn't off by 1 somewhere still. So yeah, because this should be 2. Given 2. 6. Yeah, this should be 2. So mm, 2, 1, 1. Oh, it's okay that we have L left. If x is 0, it's then that means 1. Okay. Someone like that. Because we don't have to match it on the last one. Someone like that. Is that right? I guess that could be. Yeah, +1 even. Oh man, what is going on? No, that's not true though. Yeah, just pretty happy with that one, kind of. If one letter, it's just 1. No, that's not right. 1, 1 should definitely be. Oh, I think this is the case, but which means actually. So I know this is way a mess to look at, but I'll fix it up after I clean it up. Okay. Yeah, because if X, we have no more X lab, it doesn't matter what L is. I Now it's time to try it on a bigger cell number. Okay. Well, but it's for some k is not equal to 0. Well, that's sad. Okay. Well, my logic is, I'm more confident about my logic now, so there's just some coding issues, which is fine. That seems reasonable, actually. This is right. 3 choose. This is wrong. I think the 3 2 0 is wrong, so maybe that's off by 1. This maybe is wrong. So that should be 3. Maybe? Is that right? Yeah, that should definitely be 3. Maybe I'm... yeah, I guess now I could come back there. Right. Is this quite right? Because you put one knowing that you block the next x. Do you stop? Okay. Oh. Well, that may be a little too much. Actually, maybe that is right, but okay. I mean, at least the choose function is right, I think. Because, well, given a k of 1, this maybe also we just don't end up using not using k anywhere. -1. Someone like minus k as well. I think that's where we use it. But then now we have to check index, I think, maybe. Surprised that didn't crash, actually, but... Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm more confident about this choose function, so now maybe the other function needs help. So you have one song left with length of 2, so yep, that's correct. You have one song left, one length. You return 1, I believe that. 2, 3. So it should be 1 plus 1. So 2, 3, 1 goes to... this should not be 0, actually. I'm mixing some stuff again. Or maybe my base case is just wrong. So this should actually be 1. Why? Because you have one song and one possibility because they're just the same song and we don't have to care about K in here. Okay, I believe that. So why is it returning 0? Dum, dum, dum. This is returning 0 because this takes account K. Okay, what do I want to do? Oh my god. Is there another function that I have to add? Because okay. This is right, but I think I'm mixing them in not necessarily correct way. Because I'm trying to componentize it in a way that maybe it shouldn't or it cannot be componentized. Let me think about this. Oops. Specimen. People like this problem, so. Yeah, I think maybe this way is also wrong. Oh man. But how do I make them right? Because I'm not combining them necessarily in the right way, because I think some parts of this assumes what the hell? Some parts of this assumes that did something go wrong? Oh, because I maybe I refreshed or something. But some parts of this assumes that we already took care of K, and some other parts assumes that we didn't. So maybe I have to start from scratch again. I look at my first solution. I think maybe my first solution is still closer, but okay, let me copy and paste this also. Now I see the flaw in my second logic. But alright, this is my original code from the first time. That's not true. That's only half of it. Man, I didn't copy the whole code. That is odd of me. But what did I do here? I think I'm just missing one case. Maybe I could have been better. It's actually okay, maybe. Here I just need to divide them in chunks. Okay, fine. Maybe something like that, but some kind of, I guess that's what I was doing earlier. Is it N or L? Maybe that's why I got confused. Do we have to change K now? Okay. This long thing is a mess. But this is roughly more right, but now that I think about it, I think my base case as well. Yep. I will rethink my base case. Okay. So I guess we get to a point where did that even happen? I guess. Maybe. Well, I didn't even expect this to be right, to be honest. But what did I clean up? I just retyped it. That is, if this somehow works, and I don't even know how. That is both hilarious, but in a sad way. Can you do multi questions? Yep. Okay. What did I do? Let me type in all the other cases that they give us. Okay, well. I guess my initial intuition was more correct. Let me see. Well, let me see. Okay, at least it's well. I mean, that just seems like an edge case, though. What's 3, 4, and 2? That means that the 3 letters 4 and 2 apart. Why is that 0 for me? Oh, well, that's not good. But what's 2 and 3? 2 songs with blank 3. This is like almost right, but not really. Because of this -2, maybe. Why is 2 Why is this -1? 2 -1. Oh yeah. Well, we have 1 song and 2. That is left. Yeah, that should be 0. Oh, this thing. Okay. No, that's not true. Actually, yeah, because that would be a negative number, so maybe. Okay, I mean, at least it's cleaner, but I guess this is probably not right. Okay, fine. Because you want the second part of, so that's why it's bad, but okay. Do that. Just strictly greater than K. Yeah. Did I not? Oh, whoops, result. Why did I change that? Okay, well, So I took care of one of the edge cases. Okay, so that yeah. So in the end, it's still dynamic programming. I don't know why it took me an hour and a half to solve this problem. I think I was maybe there's an off by one somewhere in my logic, but basically, yeah. There's some. I have to look back in my notes and see how I formulated a little weird. But basically, yeah. This part is just the number of recurrent, the number of playlists that that we put this letter as our last one. I think we had it even before. So this and then we're done with that song, and this is the number of ways such that we put in this song, but that song is not finished. Just link -1, and then there's n minus k because there's x different. There's that many places to put the next song. I think I just kind of overcomplicated myself a little bit and mixed things up, but man, I guess part of it is rusty. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, but yeah. So this is just this should be a standard dynamic programming problem, but I don't know. I thought it would be more complicated, but yeah. I think this is yeah. This is relatively standard. I don't know. I think for an interview question, I like if you have been listening for me for a while, or if you haven't, then my style is that I actually like interview questions that have multi-parts, so that when you give hints or nudge the person through one part, if they have trouble with it, they could maybe you still have some signals and figuring if it's worth like maybe he or she has just worked with dynamic programming. Maybe they could do some graph problem or something like that. So I like problems with kind of multiple parts where like if you're stuck with one part, maybe you could nudge them to focus on the other part and kind of at least get something done and kind of see the signal so that in aggregate you could see if what level he or she is at. But in this case, it's still just his dynamic programming problem is maybe a tricky one, maybe it's an easy one, depending on how you feel about it. But it's still, once you get the recurrence, it's straightforward. And if you've been practicing on dynamic programming problem, maybe will go a little bit easier. But yeah, I had so many parts of this. So I think one thing just as a personal thing, is that I just need to get better at this. I think I just need to be a little bit more practiced. But definitely had all the components there. I just didn't really put it together in the end. And hopefully, if this was a real interview, they'll nudge me in the right way a little bit. But overall, I think this is an okay problem. Yeah. And I think the other kind of tricky thing about this problem that you might have to worry about is that because the modulus, it's way close to a billion, well, it is close to a billion, but it's also like just slightly under int, but not so slightly that you have breathing room. So that's why like you see use a long all over the place, and in theory, everything should just be in long, and then you kind of mod in the end. That'll buy you some peace of mind. Buy you some peace of mind because you know that you're only doing multiplication between two numbers that should be int, so that when you mod it, it will still be int. So that yeah, because if you multiply two ints, the worst you get is it's a 64-bit integer. So everything will stay. So you can prove to yourself that if it's for that, everything will still be smaller than mod before and afterwards. Yeah. Cool. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the tape to kind of go through to see how what kind of host that I get stuck on, and I think that's something that I think people should figure out what they've been doing correctly and incorrectly. So I'll definitely do that.